Hello, citizens, and welcome back. This is our match reaction for Tottenham 2, Man City 1 in the Carabao Cup. Make sure to hit like, hit subscribe. Let's jump into it. So, Tottenham 2, City 1. Look, the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium has never been kind to us. Up until last season, we hadn't even scored there, let alone won. And we did go into this game with Pep saying that he's going to have to play some academy players, and he wasn't wrong with that. I mean, you look at the team lineup to begin with, it was fairly decent. I mean, there was there was a lot of first team in there. First off, we had Ortega in goal. Then it was Stones and Diaz at centre half with Lewis at right back and Ake at left back. Good to see him get some minutes as well. In midfield, we went with O'Reilly. Foden was number 9, I think he was. I think he was playing number 9, pretty ineffective. Savino on the right. You had Nunes on the left. And who else was in midfield? Oh, Gundogan was in midfield as well. Let me just have a quick look because I actually can't even remember who was in. The waste of everyone's time. Who was in midfield? Teams. McAtee, that's right. McAtee was in midfield. I thought he had a decent game as well. So look, that was the lineup we went with, and yeah, it just didn't work, did it? Didn't work. We never got really started. Our first shot on target came in the 47th minute, 46th minute, something like that. It was like the 49th, 50th minute, wasn't it? It was like the 5th minute of injury time, but Nunes put the ball in the net. So up until that point, Tottenham ran into a 2-0 lead. Timo Werner scored, for Christ's sake. That's how bad it was for us. But look, we set up perfectly for Tottenham every single time we played them. And it doesn't matter if it's Ange in charge or someone else like Mourinho. It doesn't really matter. Whoever we've had when we've played against Tottenham, whoever their manager has been, we've set up exactly the same way on the pitch, which is at the halfway line. And what they're going to do, sit back, hit the long ball, counter-attack. They got pace, they get numbers forward. They did it all game long, and we just don't have to pace back there when Walker doesn't play. It was a disaster. And they ripped us open so many times in that first half. I mean, they could have been 4-5-0 up before we even had that first shot on target. I thought they were deservedly 2-0 lead. Ortega couldn't do anything about the first, probably not. Second one, maybe you saw it late, don't know, went into the bottom corner. But look, we've got to deal with these situations. It's not like it's something new. We've been saying this for years. This is how City play. This is how Tottenham play. Deal with it. And I could go back through the channel and look at games that we played Tottenham in the match reaction. And I say the same damn thing every time. We just have no control over the game against Tottenham. We just completely playing to their strengths. And yeah, it just never favours us. But we did get the goal back. We did go into one half time. Second half started, and to be honest, it wasn't much better. It was a bit of a ball fest, wasn't it? I mean, City pressed, Tottenham again sat back, defended, hit us on the counter attack, and the number of times they're like 3-on-2, 4-on-3. Nothing really changed. The only thing that did change was Ortega made some saves in this one to keep us in it, because it could have been 4-5-1 before like the hour mark. Pep did make some more changes. He took off Foden. He took off Diaz as well. I think he did try and freshen up a little bit with a couple of the youngsters. And it didn't work. We had a couple of chances late on. But ultimately, the game ran out. It was 2-1 to Tottenham, and we're out with our first defeat of the season, out of the Carabao Cup. And another trophy we can't win. But where did it all go wrong? Can we have excuses with this game? Can we? I mean, you look at Tottenham. They played pretty much their first team. They went a much stronger team than we did. And what this goes back to is something that people will always say to you. People will always say, my God, City got squad depth. City won the league because they have so much squad depth. Look at them. They got like Bernardo and Foden and Haaland on the bench. Ridiculous. I've said it time and time again. Whoever's on the bench is probably our first teamer. It's ridiculous to say that, oh, Haaland was on the bench. That's how much depth you've got. Haaland's on the bench. We've got no bloody strikers. We had Foden at number 9. You look at it as well, and Bernardo's on the bench, should squad depth, because that's what people will say. Yeah, Bernardo was on the bench, but we had Nunes on, who not at this level, I'm afraid to say. Again, he's let me down so many times when he's played. And we have McAtee on the pitch. Bernardo would have been on there probably instead of McAtee. So look, we did have a lot of youth on that bench. We did have a lot of youth on the pitch as well. I think we ended the game with 5 youth team players on the pitch, and overall we had 6 play. So look, it was the academy is doing a good job. The academy is bringing players through. I think some of them players look decent. I'm not going to have a go at anyone in particular today, because I think overall the team was a bit unbalanced. It was a bit of a mess. Tottenham is a really tough place to go and play, because Tottenham are always going to have chances. They're always going to create them as well. And we didn't take ours when we had them. We had a nearly one cleared off the line at the end from O'Reilly, I think. But if you look, let's ignore the first team players they played. If you look at the youth team, you look at Lewis, he's going to be a star in a couple of years once he gets going properly. You look at O'Reilly, I think he looks like a quality player as well. I really like him. I think he's good on the ball. He's good strength as well, decent height on him too. He's not afraid to get involved in a tackle, and he's not afraid to shoot from distance either, which is what I like. McAtee, absolute star in the making as well. I think at the end of the season, hopefully he can start playing more games next year. I don't want to lose him like we did with Palmer. But then you look at Simon Pussy came on. I think that's his name. I don't know, whatever. Simpson Pussy, isn't it? Simpson. He came on. He looked decent as well. Some quick feet on him too. And then the other one, Jacob Wright. I think Wright did okay. I mean, a couple of his passes to Vardo trying to link it up with him down the left-hand side went a little bit straight, but I don't really mind that. He had a decent cross in there as well that I think it was O'Reilly couldn't get on the end of it towards the end. His shot did go out for a throw-in when he hit it from the edge of the 6-yard box. I don't know how that's happened. But other than that, yeah, again, looks a decent player. And that's the one thing you can say about us. Ignore the comments about the squad depth because it's all a lie. We just got a lot of quality in the team, but zero squad depth. Because when Haaland doesn't play, we got zero to replace him because we got rid of the lap. You know, when De Bruyne doesn't play in that position and Foden doesn't play in that midfield as well, we got no Cole Palmer because we let him go as well. So we got no cover for them too. And when Grealish is out, we got no one who can do what he can do on the ball either, which is hold it up, win free kicks, slow the game down, and just work in them tight spaces because Nunes ain't that man either. So all these players that we can't replace, we've had to let go a couple, you know, like I said, we let go Palmer, we let go the lap, which is a shame because this is the perfect game to play them in. And yeah, it's just one of those situations where we've gone out the cup. I'm not too bothered about it. I mean, I didn't really care watching that second half. But it was good to see a couple of youth players. But that's the excuse we're going to go off in it because we're just picking up injuries. So many injuries. We have already got so many players out. We've only just got Ake back. Then we lose Akanji in the warm-up. We've lost Savinho. We got off. Hopefully he ain't too bad. You know, Vardio took a hit at the end. Well, it's just one thing after another at the moment, and we're going to run out of bloody players. There's going to be a point where we've got like 3 players on the bench. And what are people going to talk about when we win the league? Always squad depth. What squad depth? We have 0, and that is something we need to start addressing. Whether that means Pep gets players in the academy into the first team more often and quickly and start playing them in the league to get them up to speed quicker, I don't know. But we need to start addressing that squad depth because it's a disaster. We're going into the Christmas period here, and we just can't keep picking up injuries like this. We can't keep picking them up. You know, we've got some tough games in the league coming up. We're away now for the next couple of weeks as well. It'd be a miracle if we survive. If our unbeaten run in the league goes, if it continues, because I don't see how it does. I don't think we've got the answers to replace the players that are out at the moment. We just don't have them answers. Like I said, unless you're playing 4, 5, 6 academy players, and you're going to take a couple of hits, but at least it does get him Premier League ready much quicker and much sooner. So that's what we might need. Anyway, that's it. Pretty, yeah, there's no point talking about the game, is it? We got beat. Tottenham deserved to win probably in the end. I mean, they celebrated like they've won the trophy. They're going to get knocked out in the next round regardless of who they play. And like I said, if you play that well away at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, say play that well. Didn't play that well. But if you come away from the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium knowing that you could have nicked a second goal in injury time there towards the end because we were pushing them pretty deep, and you've had 6 academy players on the pitch, that's a decent effort. It is a decent effort, so well played to that. And I think Pep will go away knowing that we did what we could. It was the best we could do in this scenario. So thanks for watching. Thanks for checking out. Hit like, hit subscribe. That's it. That's, yeah, done. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.